looks like this. So this is slope-intercept. Slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. All right, that's what we worked on. That's what we did last week. All right, this week we're going over point slope form. Okay, and point slope form looks like this. So it's y equals, y minus y1 equals your slope, which is m, times x minus x1.
Is that minus or divided? Under y?
Minus. For example, let's say that we're just going to talk about setting it up. So examples, the setup. Okay, let's say that they say write it in point slope form given the point 10, 5, right? 10, 5, they give you that point. Okay, all you're doing, you label it x1, y1. Okay, and we're just filling in the numbers now. Right, so if I was to write this out, it would be y minus y1. Okay, what do I have for y1?
10.
We sure? 5, right? So y minus 5 equals, okay, your slope, which is m. Then you have x minus, what do we have for x1? 10. Okay, so it will look like this, right? Obviously we'll have a number value for the slope, but we're just looking at how to set it up right now. Okay. Number 2, let's say that they give you -8, 2, and they say your slope of 4. Right, so they give you a point and they give you your slope. Okay, again, all we're doing is writing it out. So you have y minus y1. y1 is 2, so y minus 2 equals, what do we have for our slope? 4 times x minus x1. Okay, if it's a negative, right, you will just change this to a positive. Okay, so if it's going to be a negative number right here, right, you change this sign to a positive. Okay, so plus 8 is what it would look like. Okay, and that's it. That's what your point slope looks like. Okay, another one. Let's say we have -6 and -4 and slope of 1/2. Real quick, I'm going to box these up so you know the answers. Okay, so you have the points -6, -4. Okay, and you have a slope of 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to label it x1, y1. Okay, so I'm going to have y minus y1, -4, so I change this, so it's plus 4, equals m, which is my slope, is 1/2, so 1/2 times x minus x1, which is just -6, so I put plus 6. Okay, that is your point slope form. Right? So that's if they gave you your point and your slope, right? They give you both. That's how you set it up. Okay? Let's say they don't give you a slope, right? Let's say that they give me a table. Okay, let's say that they don't give me it, they just give me a table. So you have X and Y. Let's just say they give you 2, 4, 6. On this side they give you 3, 6, 9. Okay? Let's say they give you this table and they want you to find the point slope form. So put find point slope form. What do I need in order to, what do I need for point slope? I need
And X and Y.
I need my slope, and I need 1 point, right? So I need my slope. How do I find slope? Do you remember from last week? M equals, do you remember what we used?
Y2 minus Y1.
Y2 minus Y1 over X2,
Minus X1.
good, minus X1, right? That's the formula I used to find my slope, okay? So I'm going to pick any two of these points. Okay, I'm going to use the last two. Right, so this is my X1, this is my X2, this is my Y1, this is my Y2. Right, so all I'm going to do now is fill them into the spots. Okay, so I have Y2, which is 9, Y1, which is 6, X2, 6, X1, 4. Okay, I'm just doing the math. So 9 minus 6 gives me 3. 6 minus 4 gives me 2. Okay? So my slope is 3 over 2.
1.5.
Okay? And if it's like this, leave it like this. Leave it as an improper fraction. Don't worry about running, either write it as a decimal or improper or a fraction. Okay? So now I'm going to write it in point slope form. Okay? I can pick any of these points. But I'm just going to pick the top one. So I'm using this point. No, actually, I lied. If you already used X1 and Y1, right? This, you can use that for your point slope. Okay? So remember, it's what?
Lorenzo?
Yes. All right, so remember, you have to get Y, right here, Y minus Y1 equals M minus X1, right? So I have to set that up. So I have Y minus my Y1 is 6. So minus 6 equals M is my slope. So I'm writing right here, 3 over 2 times X minus X1 is 4. Okay? That is your answer. Okay? Alright, last thing we're going to talk about. Okay? So, really basic stuff, right? You got to use what we did last week, right? Find the slope. Okay? Find the slope. Then use the point slope form that we just talked about in the beginning to write the point slope out. Okay? Now, the last thing we're going to talk about, right, is going from point slope, okay, to slope intercept. Okay? So right here, I'm going to put right here. So we're going from point slope to slope intercept. Okay, remember point slope is this one, Y minus Y1 equals M, X minus X1, right? We're going from that to Y equals MX plus B. Okay, let's say that we already have one of these. I'm just gonna write an example. Okay, it was number 1. Let's say I have y minus 5 equals, say 2 times x minus 10, right? Let's just say that's my point slope form already, and I found it. I already got the point slope. All right, let's say that I already have my point slope there. Okay? The way I need to move, I need to get from here to here. Okay, what's the difference between these two? The one right here and the one right here. Do they both have slopes? They don't both have slopes, right? They both have m's. Okay? Do they both have y's?
It's the y1 to x1.
Okay, so the y1 and the x1 is what we need to figure out, right? Then we have to get what by itself?
The y.
The y, right? So right here, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute the 2. Now it's just into your rules that we've done before. So you have y minus 5 equals 2 times x just gives me 2x. 2 times negative 10 gives me negative 20. Okay, and this is very simple, right? You just got to make sure you pay attention. So the first thing you do is distribute, right? That's what I just did, distribute it, okay? Now I need to get the y by itself, okay? If it's y minus 5, how do I get rid of the 5?
Add it.
You have to do the opposite or the inverse action. So it's minus 5, so I have to add 5 to both sides, right? So my y comes down, so I have y. 5's cancel out, equals,
2x
2x comes down,
minus 15.
negative 20 plus 5 is minus 15. Okay? Now, does that look like it's in slope-intercept? Right? They both have y's, they both have slopes, and they both have a y-intercept. So now it is in slope-intercept form. Okay, so I went from point slope, right down to slope intercept.